Sagittarius placements. Hello, darling. Are you alright, darling? I was in this energy before I started your reading. Hello, darling. But I'm not sure if it's my energy or yours. Well, I'm a Sagittarius sun, but still. Let's get started. Sagittarius. Ooh. Hello, darling. Ace of Wands. Maybe it's your energy after all. Are you okay, darling? Hello, darling. There's something sexual about that. Hello, darling. Sagittarius. Ace of Wands and the Ace of Cups. Oh, wow. Wow. It's getting hot in here. I don't know the rest of the lyrics. You are someone with strong intuition. There is someone in your life that you possibly know is your twin flame or a soulmate, but it hasn't happened. It's all in your head. These emotions, this beginning, this passion, this love that you have is because you have been with them for lifetimes. But not in this one, not yet. As if you remember who you were in your past life and have the memories of your past lives, including the emotions. And I'm getting emotional. As if you know that you are in love with someone, but it isn't this lifetime. And you might communicate with this person telepathically. Some of you know this person, who they are, in the physical form in this lifetime, and some of you don't. Some of you just feel this space in your heart that is reserved for someone that you are in love with, but you have no fucking clue who it is. That's some of you. And some of you know there is a name and a face to it. You know what I mean? To the energy that I'm getting, or to the feelings that you have for that someone. It's going really slow. It's testing you. That's what I heard. It's testing you. It's testing you. You're not there yet. Sagittarius, I'm getting for you that your spirit guides or the energy around you is telling you that you're not ready. There is something that needs to be done first. There's something that you need to do first, or you're not ready, as if like you still haven't matured to the person that you're supposed to be with that person. Whether you are behind them or they are behind you, doesn't matter, because it takes two to tango. And so I'm getting that it's slow, but it's slow for a reason. Do not hate the journey, but enjoy the journey. You know, if you go through something that you want to rush time-wise in this realm, enjoy it. It goes faster. If you're doing this mundane thing and you find yourself, oh my God, this is dragging, you check the time. Stop checking the time and try to enjoy this mundane thing. Find something different about it. Think something different about it. And time will pass faster. It's I swear, like, time moves at different speeds, and it has been proven scientifically, but I don't remember the correlation here. So you have the ability to make time go faster if you enjoy the process instead of drag it. Because in that sense, oh fuck, I keep doing that now with your readings. Not in your readings, I've done a collective reading as well. With, that hurts. I don't know if you saw it, but anyway. What was I gonna say? Okay, maybe I'm not supposed to say it. It'll come to me if it's meant to. Alright. Let's get into the reading and less talking. Let's see the energy. You feel so strongly about this person. It's beyond. It's like you can almost not conceal it anymore. Or it's almost like pouring out of you, because it's like if you are a cup of water, you are pouring out, overflowing with love for this person. It's getting to you. It's getting to you. I feel like the weight or the circumstance that is not allowing you to be together, or the time that is dragging, is affecting you, is making you overthink it, or getting you distracted. What's yours will not pass you by is what I keep hearing. The confusion is coming from fear. There is a fear that I'm getting for you, that you are worried by the time there is an opportunity, it will be too late. And in a sense, too late for you to love, or too physically up for it. Give me a second. There's a lurker. Just weird neighbors. See, I'm getting distracted a lot by pain, by noise, by environment. You could be on the right path and you're finding yourself getting pulled left and right. Your circumstances are playing a major part in the delay or the slow moving energy that is towards your soulmate or your twin flame. This is apparently a single read or single people reading. I mean, you can apply it to relationships, but nah. This feels like you are alone and you have feelings for someone, but the circumstance, the distractions are delaying you from progressing to the point where you two meet. So you keep on missing each other. And the distractions are what is delaying you from the meeting point. Does that make sense? It's weird. I'm seeing like a moving energy, and you both are moving, but one is behind, and I feel like it's you, Sagittarius. I'm not saying behind as in like, oh, you're behind, you don't have your shit together. No, I mean behind onto the soulmate connection. This person is moving faster than you. And the reason why they're moving faster than you have distractions that are playing in your life, whether consciously or, I want to say, controllably and uncontrollably. Things you control and things you don't. The things you control are your emotional state, which can play a big part in delaying you being emotionally ready for a connection, to be that strong. And the second would be the things you cannot control, which is your circumstance, the outside. And I feel like the moment you have control over yourself, your emotions, the things will start to line up, because the confusion emotionally can cloud your judgment when you're dealing with circumstances outside of yourself. And so you align yourself emotionally, your life outside of you aligns itself as well, because you will be a better judge to deal with situations that are acting as a distraction. And in doing that, you basically fasten your speed or speed up. You know what I mean? I want to see what's in the way of you. Like, I know I said emotions and circumstance, because the Chariot is here, but you are not ready to go on the Chariot, to get in the car to the destination. It's like you're still in the level of learning, still in the level of learning some type of lesson or maturing. And I'm not saying you're not mature, I'm saying to this particular connection, there needs to be some level up. Okay, I want to see what Sagittarius have to do. Like, let's explore that more in depth and see what we get. What is in the way of these delays or these distractions, these delays? What is in the way of Sagittarius? Wow. Okay, so two things, and like, it will sound very generic, but you take it as it resonates, because this is a general reading after all. So I'm gonna say it this way. There is, on the mental level and the emotional level, two things. that are in the way of you maturing to that level, where you're not prone to get in the mix or get in the distraction energy. So emotional and mental. The emotional is healing / leaving things from the past in the past. Now, we say this a lot on this channel, and I'm going to say it again and again, because healing is a continuous practice. It is not something you do once or twice and feel like you have unlocked a Pokemon. It's a continuous practice. Every day you face the outside world, you go back home, you reflect, you heal the parts that you have accumulated from others and learned from others. But you don't take it personal, you don't take it close to heart. Because if you do, you will have baggage. And if you have that every day, where you have these emotional baggages from random situations and people, they pile up. And guess what? You have baggage, you have a built up emotional baggage. Okay, so it's a continuous practice. I always say healing is not for today or tomorrow alone. It's for your whole life. And the sooner we accept that, the easier it gets, because with that acceptance, we realize that every day can be a challenge or a blessing. Both are good. Both are for your growth. Okay? Now that is the emotional side of it. The mental side of it is the overthinking, Sagittarius. You overthink by nature, because Sagittarius like to look at things deeply. And I think something bit me because my leg is like itching. I don't know what that is. Could be a distraction. So on the mental level, Sagittarius, I want to say the overthinking. You could be overthinking things that have no business being in your energy. And you need to learn to let these things go. Now, these could be thoughts that happen to you day to day, and you go back home and you start to overthink them, or things that have been playing in your mind that are coming from the past. So whichever it is, you need to bring awareness. And there is a fly. I got it. Ew, do you see it? Is that a mosquito? See how much I'm getting distracted in your energy. Okay, so Night, can you lick that off from me, please? It's like, fuck off. Okay, so ew. Okay, let me just clean my hand. Well, that's not a cleaner, but it's better than having mosquito blood. Okay, so that's okay. I'm gonna wash these clothes after anyway. So, Sagittarius, you see what I mean with the distractions? The emotional side is the most prominent one in your energy that is holding you back. The overthinking is almost like a result of the emotional state. I'm hearing like really, I'm hearing negative self-talk, where you say, you know, maybe I'm not supposed to have someone that loves me. Maybe I'm like these things, Sagittarius, that are causing thoughts that are really unhealthy for you emotionally, on an emotional level. So if you catch yourself in these thoughts, bring awareness. Say it's coming from a frustrated place, and I get that. It's okay. I'm okay. I'm alright. These thoughts are just like these thoughts are not true. Like the statements of these thoughts are not true. I'm saying them because I feel frustrated. If you let the emotion feel heard, it will go away. If you start to go to the root of the thought, you will realize it's an emotion at the end of it. And when you deal with that emotion, see where it's coming from. Is it coming from a past situation that you thought you were over but you're not? Or is it an emotional state that you have gathered from your everyday, day-to-day engagement and mixing with other people? Are they passing your are they passing their energy to you? If you realize that, if you actually disassociate with the situation that is causing the emotion, I'm not saying dissociate from yourself, okay, but disassociate with the cause of the emotion, because what happened in the past doesn't matter today, and what happened on the outside, meaning other people causing you some emotional conflict, isn't your energy, isn't your emotion. You have mirrored it. And Sagittarius, you are a mutable sign, so you can mirror people very easily. And so you have to be careful, because that is a blessing and a curse. Sometimes you lose yourself and forget that it's not your energy that you're mirroring, and you carry that, you go home with it, and you carry that energy. And you have to really be mindful of what you carry, what energy. Is that really your mood, or is it someone else's? Or a retaliation of their mood? You see what I mean? I really suggest journaling. When you're feeling heavy, journal. If you feel like there are so many thoughts in your head and you're jumping from one thought to the next, grab a pen, paper, notebook, whatever you have. Write it down. Doesn't matter, you don't have to keep it, just, write it down, get it out. Get it out. You'll feel much better. Trust me, because I do that. When there are days where I'm like, what is this? What's up with this energy? Like, what's up with me with this energy? Like, I know, like, there is the awareness of there is an outside energy that I'm being affected by, but it feels like it's attacking me on a personal level, meaning thinking about the past mistakes, if I'm good enough, stuff like that. And I'm like, you know what? I need to get it out. Grab pen and paper, blah, 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 blah. I feel just better by doing that. Just getting it out. And you would be surprised, sometimes when you write things down, you come to really beautiful realizations. Because the thought is like bouncing from one thought to the other. But when you start to sentence it, when you start to put it word for word, making it into a sentence and another sentence and another sentence. It's almost like writing an essay, a paragraph of intro, conclusion, and stuff like that. You see what I mean? So by the end of it, you will realize something, or feel like you've put it out there. Now your head is not so busy. It works wonders. You do that and move on to the next. And like I said, do not let this practice, this process frustrate you. It's a never ending until you pass on. Okay, so it's something to keep in mind. If you think, oh my God, I've done so much healing, I'm tired. The acceptance is really important here. Of the constant healing that I spoke of. Because I feel like there is someone here that is burdened by them, or feeling frustrated with these thoughts and these emotions, and they're like, they probably, like, I see that you probably have done your healing at some point, once, twice, whatever. And it feels like, you know, you're asking yourself, like, how long will this take for me to heal myself completely? There is no completely, because you're still living. Yes, you're healing your past, but every day you're living. If you put your life on pause, okay, if you put your life on pause, if that is possible, and you heal your past every day with your life on pause, the present life, and you're like outside of your present life, in the past healing everything, and you unpause that shit, and you go every day, day to day, blah blah blah, you experience things, new energies, new people, new blah, you will have something to heal again. Because you're human. You're imperfect. And I say this with my Virgo moon telling me, like, how dare you say that? But that's something I've learned the hard way. That we are imperfect. Like the perfect imperfect design. This human experience is meant to be like this. And you might say, like, what a cruel design, what a cruel manifestation of the human experience. It's not. It's actually very fascinating if you detach yourself from the vessel. Meaning, if you start to associate with the body too much, you forget who you are. And if you don't, you always see the experience as something entertaining because it's always temporary. Everything is temporary. I mean, there are occasions where temporary becomes long-term temporary phases, but that also is temporary phases. Phases of growth, phases of change. And you cannot stop change. I mean, I'm lecturing a mutable sign now about change. You're good, Sagittarius, you're good. It's just the emotional and the mental state that you have to have a handle on. Because if you want to reach this twin flame or this soulmate, you need to reach some type of understanding, awareness, acceptance, and frequently do the reflective without getting involved emotionally and mentally. You see what I mean? So do the reflection, do the healing without taking it too personal, too close to heart. And if you succeed in doing that, strengthen the practice, because you will have setbacks. It happens. I have setbacks as well. And I kind of like, sometimes I go really hard on myself. I'm like, well, I'm the first person, I teach this, I should know better. But then I remember I'm still human. I'm still human. Dealing with different levels of dimensions and consciousness. Because, like, if you see it like that, being on top of a mountain is very fucking lonely, because you don't have that level of understanding, you don't connect. But then I saw that I don't have to connect to each person. I can connect on a mass level, on a collective level. And so these setbacks shouldn't punish you. They should bring awareness and remind you. That's it. It's not a punishment. It's not to make you feel like a failure. It's to remind you that you are human after all. You're not an angel, you're not a demon, you're not something else. Unless you are embodying the vessel of the human, that's another story. But if you are a human, you know who you are. You know who you are. I'm not gonna lecture you on that. I'm not even lecturing, seriously. Like, I'm just saying. The human experience is designed to be imperfect. Because in that challenge, you cause growth. And the growth that is the ultimate growth that everyone wants to reach. It's not for everybody. And if you feel eager and ambitious to reach that level, there will be hard lessons to meld you, to grave you. I'm not sure if I'm saying the correct words, but to shape you, form you into that level of awareness and level of consciousness. And it doesn't stop. The higher you go, the more there is. I mean, the scientific levels of dimensions discovered are up to 10 dimensions, but it's way more than that. And we are here struggling with ascending to the 5th dimension. Because collectively there's a lot of 4th dimension energy, but the 5th dimension is still a minority. And I could be like going off in a you know, in a kind of ranting mode, but I'm sure one or two of you are needing to hear this. Okay? Yes, look at that. The Tower. Speak the truth, nothing but the truth. Boom! The Tower. But Sagittarius, like the Towers, for example, the Tower is always like perceived as a bad thing. But the Tower can be life-changing perspective, or saying, or change, or action. Or me saying these things to you can be the Tower moment for you, because the realization will hit you, right? It doesn't have to be something dramatic or drastic. It can be a simple shift in energy that can cause you to change your whole life from now on. And it continues, trust me. The more I learn, the more I feel like I need to learn. Like, I have never had the eagerness to learn more than I am now. The more I know, the less I know, and it makes me want to learn more. The more you level up, Sagittarius, the more there will be situations and challenges that get harder and harder. And for you to execute, for you to win, for you to pass, you will have to really seriously look into your depth and the layers of your depth and try to find a way. And you will find a way, because there is always a way, like I always like to say. That's rhyme. So you will always find a way, but you have to find that way. And no matter how much or how long it takes you, that's life. What else have you got to do? Work, job. I mean, yeah, sure, like you can play the human game, but the ultimate goal is growth, learning, passing this school of life, knowing how to play the game, not only on the material sense, but on an emotional and mental and spiritual, most importantly. Because guess what? If you can unlock your past selves, if you can unlock the knowledge that you have previously, before this lifetime, can you imagine how much you can do in your current lifetime? Now, I'm not saying that you should go back and find your past life and do some spells and ritual shit, because I do not approve of that. And I'm not saying that, you know, don't do it. You can do whatever the fuck you want. But I don't like to mess with this reality like that. Because things are hidden for a reason. And the more you look, the more you can confuse yourself. So, it's basically like this, the way I see it, Sagittarius. You unlock memories from your past when you're ready to unlock them. If you unlock memories from your past that you're not ready for, it becomes a burden, a poison, obsession. And you see like a lot of these spirituals, I don't want to even say spiritual, witches, no offense, you know, do you, I'm not judging, it's your journey, but without naming, of course, like the practices, the obsession that they have for their previous lives kills this lifetime. What's the point of having this lifetime if you're going to repeat your past life in this form? I'm not my previous life, whatever I was, however good I was, however bad I was, however powerful I was, however abundant I was. I'm not playing another game, I'm playing this game. And you shouldn't be very much obsessed with your past lives. Be grateful for the experiences that you remember and the visions that you get and the knowledge that you get, but do not obsess with your past lives, because you're here in this lifetime to master this one. Food for thought. All right, wow, this is going to be, you know, just another deep reading, a lot of ranting, a lot of philosophies. Does this want to come out? No. All right. I see your future, Sagittarius. It's showing me your future. If you put in the work, there is no other way but to get the rewards that you've invested. Like, you will be so abundantly full. I had to burp. I see, like, I see recognition for you, fame of some kind. You know, it doesn't have to be fame like celebrity, because who the fuck wants to be that? But anyways, no judgment. But I see you being recognized in your circle, your community, the people around you recognize you for being someone worthy of leadership, or worthy of being heard, worthy of, you know, everyone being silent while you speak. It's something like respected, something that is admired. You will be that person in your future. You will have a lot, you know, when people say, you know, your reputation precedes you, or my reputation precedes me, something like that. I'm not sure how it goes specifically, but it's something like that, where people will hear about you without knowing you or seeing you or have met you. I see that you will travel a lot, or travel to places you haven't been before, new experiences. I see your future, and I see that your future is full. When I say full, even when I said earlier full, I burped. Like, that's the energy I'm getting, like full. Fulfillment, perhaps. Or full, that you have everything that you need. More than what you need, because you do have the Empress as well here. The Empress is comfortable, luxuriously comfortable. You know, it's not just comfortable just enough, like abundantly comfortable. Having people that want to hear what the Empress has to say. Having friends, family, strangers even, want to hear your advice, or want to hear what you have to say about their situation, their life decisions, because they trust you are that person that is being respected, or that person that people believe in. That is your future, Sagittarius. And it's not going to be like, you are the Empress, period. It will come with hard work. Eight of Pentacles. It cannot be done without the effort put towards it. So if you think one day you will wake up and you will become the Empress and you are ready to receive abundantly without having fuck all to give, this is no magic. This is the cause and effect law, the universal law of cause and effect. You do, you receive. You give, you take. So, do not be frustrated about the amount of work that the universe is presenting you. It is not to destroy you, it is to build you. And as long as you have that awareness, anything that comes your way, you're like, okay, I'm ready. This challenge, even hard, even if it's hard, I accept it. Because I'm thinking about the reward that comes after passing it. And remember, hard, easy, whatever, everything is temporary. The more you give, the more you receive. You cannot just, magically appear on the throne and expect things to stay like this. Even kings and queens get destroyed, I'm talking in the sense of war and jealousy and envy and people wanting to take their position, whatever. Like, it's temporary. Like, be humbled by that thought. It's okay. The human experience is not meant to be eternity. It's all temporary, including your life. So if you want the continuous effect of the non-temporary, almost permanent effect, you have to continue to give the energy that gives you these rewards that you want. And if you have days, I'm not saying like every day you have to grind. I'm saying do your best, your full best. Not the best that's, the lazy best. Do your best, the best you can. I'm not saying that you shouldn't rest, you shouldn't recover, you shouldn't treat yourself. Time those, schedule those in your days. Schedule them. You deserve them. That's how you treat yourself. That's how you self-love. But also know, on the days where you're like dragging your feet, you need to remember the rewards, the abundance, the desires that are awaiting to manifest. And this twin flame soulmate is almost like dangling the donut in front of you while you're running on the treadmill. It's to make you work harder. It's to make you work harder, Sagittarius. And I'm not saying you're not working hard enough. I'm saying you have to kind of bring awareness to the way you're working and see where you're lacking. And it's okay to be lacking on some days, but it's not okay to fake the effort, because you cannot fake it to the universe. You can fake it to people, but not to the universe. You have to give genuine energy to the desires that you want to manifest, which includes this mysterious person and the life that I see that is your potential future. This is all to motivate you, to inspire you to do more, to love yourself more, to understand that, this is life. It's going to be up and down. We don't stop, we don't quit, we don't give up, we just keep going. Okay. Now let's continue, because I think we spoke about that enough, haven't we? Explore new things, Sagittarius. This will make you feel more like more eager, keen to do the mundane things when you go back to them. So, like for example, the other day I went swimming in a pool, which I haven't done in years. But I thought that experience will have me feel and think, even on a physical level, mentally, emotionally. And I had so much fun. A really simple activity. But I haven't done that for years, maybe more than 10 years. And I was like, okay, so look for things to do that are new to you, or renew something that you haven't done for so long. That will spice your spirit up, you know? Do things that have new experiences. Do not cancel on plans you make. Commit. When you want to do something, because you have the time, space and energy and whatever, money, whatever you need to do something, and you make the plans because you can do it. Do not back off last minute, because I know Sagittarius like to, the cancellation last minute. I'm not feeling it, I prefer to be home. If you find yourself in these energies, commit. Just say, I have to go, I have to do, I have to say. Almost force yourself in these moments of laziness or lackingness. Don't know if that's a word, but it's going to be today. Because it will push new, refreshing emotions in. And the moment you go, you'll be like, I'm glad I did. Even though it wasn't as I expected, I'm glad I did go. Because now I know I wouldn't want to do that again. So good experiences, bad experiences, go for it. Because it's basically you knowing which you want and which you don't, you know? How would you know the places that you don't want to go are places you don't want to go? By going, right? I think someone said that and it stuck with me. Like, be appreciative and glad you went to that place, you met that person, you've done that or this, and figured out you don't want anything to do with them or that. Because it let you know, it redirected you to the places that you want to go, or it made you know, or it let you know which experiences you don't want to be part of. Right? Makes sense. And here comes the star. The continuous healing that we spoke about. I feel like this energy is continuous. I feel like, the moment I tapped into this energy, I spoke enough about it. I think, let me see if there's anything enough. Anything enough? Oh, interesting. I mean, this reading is almost an hour. I think that is the longest reading I've done for you. I mean, you always get the longest readings, but this is the longest by far. I want to see if there's anything else that Sagittarius needs to know. Anything else? Anything else? I'm not sure if I said that to you or someone else. Someone you cut out of your life is thinking about you heavily, but it's on an emotional level. They were the happiest with you. This person is changing because you caused them the change. This person almost doesn't know who they are anymore because they thought they knew themselves until they met you. And now they're like in an identity crisis. Who am I? If I'm not the person that I thought I was, who am I? They're questioning themselves. So I see them changing, or in the transition to change. Because the identity that they have or had before they met you is no longer valid for them after they met you. This is the person you cut out of your life. They're changing in ways where they're expanding spiritually or having the awareness that there is the unknown and they are exploring that. And in that unknown, there is a lot of darkness because there is a lot of unknown, right? The light hasn't been shed on what there is. And it's like, it's to do with their identity, it's to do with their ego, it's to do with their identification with the physical self. This is someone that thinks that you are their soulmate. And from what I see here is that you are their karmic. But they think that you are their soulmate because they were the happiest with you. And you've made them question themselves, which is something they never have questioned. So in that sense, they think that you are good for them. Even if they didn't show it to you when they were with you. Now they understand it. It's almost like like they're admitting that you were right about the things that you argued with them or said to them. But their ego is in the way and rejected what you have said. This is a person that thinks that you are their soulmate. They're realizing that you are the best thing that happened to them. And they messed it up. But they also realize that they cannot be who they are and be with you. So are they changing for the Sagittarius or changing for themselves? Because that is important. I mean, they're changing whether they like it or not. Justice and the Tower. You are truly their karmic. You are their karmic. Okay, so they're changing. Like they're accepting the change. They're accepting the fact that they need to change. So I'm still not sure if they're changing for you though. I mean, doesn't matter because you cut this person out of your life. I'm gonna pull a card. Let's see if it will be answered. Yeah. They're changing with you in their mind. Okay, so they do have feelings for you. Like I said, they think that you are a soulmate. Wait, I need a drink. I've talked so much. Maybe this is their energy. Because they're feeling like, you know, they have to change, they have to rush, because they might have a chance with you. But this change is happening whether they acknowledge it or not. And the smart thing that this person did is actually accept it. Because in accepting it, they make the process easier. You know, when you create resistance, it creates pain. So instead of this person resisting this change, they accepted it, which is the first step towards change for it to transition smoothly. Okay, so even this chaotic energy, identity crisis that they're going through, they're like accepting it. It's hard, like even my voice deepened when I said that. It's hard, but they're doing it. And who caused all of that? You, Sagittarius, you. being in touch with you, being in a relationship with you, whether this is a lover or friendship, a family member, your presence in their life has caused that. Your disconnection from them is like an eye-opening to them. And it caused like a ripple in their water. Justice in the Tower. This is like unshakable, unavoidable, inevitable change. Earthquake, shake up to them. I will continue this extended reading, it's almost like an hour. I'm going to extend this reading. It's going to be a short extended reading, but let's continue this energy and see where it takes us. I'll see you there.